Coming up on LUTV News, President Donald Trump signs a new trade deal between the U.S., Mexico, and Canada.
Plus, a St. Charles man is accused of sex trafficking underage girls in exchange for vaping pods.
And do you know where your Amazon packages are? If they're on your porch, they may not be safe.
Those stories and more ahead on LUTV News.
Welcome to this edition of LUTV News. I'm Graham Tevis.
And I'm Caroline Campbell. Thanks for joining us. After the White House legal team wrapped up their defense, the impeachment enters its next phase. Wednesday marks the beginning of 16 hours of questioning. Each side will be granted 8 hours and will finish up on Thursday. Next, the senators will have the option to vote on witnesses. Multiple media outlets say Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell does not have the votes to block witnesses. As of Wednesday, 4 Republican senators, including Mitt Romney, have expressed willingness to hear witnesses.
President Donald Trump signs a U.S.-Mexico-Canada trade agreement, replacing the North American Free Trade Agreement.
Historic and joyous occasion. It's been a long time. Everybody said this was a deal that could not be done. Too complicated, too big, couldn't be done. We got it done. And today we're finally ending the NAFTA nightmare and signing into law the brand new U.S.-Mexico-Canada agreement.
Still facing an impeachment trial in the Senate, President Trump achieves one of his top legislative priorities. The USMCA rewrites the rules for trading, agriculture, manufacturing, and services between these three countries. The pact received the House approval last December, and it also received bipartisan support in the Senate earlier this month.
For the second year in a row, St. Louis is rated the most deadly city in the U.S., followed by Fort Lauderdale, Florida, San Bernardino, California, and Detroit, Michigan coming in fourth. Neighborhood Scout says the chance of being a victim in St. Louis is 1 in 55. The murder rate per 1,000 residents is 0.62. Meanwhile, the safest city is Columbia, Maryland.
A 20-year-old man from St. Charles County is facing sex trafficking charges after luring 13-year-old girls with vape pods in exchange for sexual favors. Detectives say Seth Nieders is accused of contacting 2 different 13-year-old girls through Snapchat. One of the victims says that Nieders offered her more pods in exchange for, quote, doing stuff. The Francis Howell School District released a statement after finding out that at least one of the victims are Francis Howell students. The district says they will continue their strong stance against inappropriate conduct toward their students. They will continue to provide training and monitor students to help prevent more incidents like this one. Nieders is being held on a $25,000 bond.
Straight ahead on LUTV News, porch pirates are wreaking havoc in St. Peter's.
That story plus weather and sports ahead on LUTV News.
Doesn't see race. Love is love.
Hello.
Hi, I'm from Blue Hood Stonebarns. We brought a meal for you and I'm here to serve it to you.
Okay, great. Come in.
Zucchini carbonara, made from zucchini that was harvested earlier this morning.
Again?
Hey, Dan Barber.
You have room for a little bit more?
Come on in.
Brochettes with sausage. So when we made that zucchini carbonara, you know, they're the end pieces of the zucchini, and then the cores that we cut away, not to mention zucchini flour. Usually those get thrown out. We use them to create an entire second dish. Does that,
Again?
I'm here to bring you your third course. It's the vines from your zucchini.
We'll have a little zucchini stem pasta. A different experience of zucchini. When we start to think differently about our food, we can get a lot more out of it.
This is delicious.
What do you think we can make out of this? 40% of food in America is never eaten. Cook it, store it, share it. Visit SaveTheFood.com.
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking. Now start screening. No matter how much you smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
An update on the helicopter crash that killed NBA legend Kobe Bryant, his daughter Gianna, and 7 others this past Sunday. Investigators say the helicopter didn't have a recommended safety device known as a terrain awareness and warning system. This system may have been able to provide critical information to the pilot about the mountainous area. The pilot, Ara Zobayan, was certified to fly in foggy weather and was given clearance by air traffic control to fly in the foggy conditions. The FAA says they will finish its investigation in 12 to 18 months.
There's a man missing in O'Fallon, Missouri, and the police department is asking for your help to find him. 50-year-old James Guy Foster was last seen in the Vanguard Mobile Home Park at Veteran Memorial Parkway in Bellow Creek Road last Sunday. He was last seen wearing blue jeans, a blue coat, and gray stocking cap. If you have any information, please call the O'Fallon, Missouri Police Department.
Cameras caught a porch pirate in St. Peter's on Tuesday afternoon. St. Peter's Police Department posted a plea for help in identifying the person on Facebook. Cameras show the woman stealing a package from the front of a home at Sugarwood Condos. Police think the suspect got away in a pickup truck. If you recognize this woman, contact St. Peter's Police Department.
Job seekers, listen up. A job fair is coming to Maryland Heights on Thursday. The event is being hosted by Job News USA at Orlando's Event and Conference Center. The fair will run from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. and will include over 30 businesses. To register for the event, visit jobfairsnearme.com for more information. The website also has tips and a list of employers attending the event. Hopefully the weather holds out and isn't too bad to get to the job fair.
Oh yeah, it was cold this morning for sure. Now let's go to Nicole and see what we have in store for the next couple of days.
Thanks guys. Winter is in full effect right now, but we're getting a surprise by the end of this week. More when we come back.
Your girls have been with you through every moment of your life. They were with you when you felt unbreakable. With you that time you felt most alone. And with you when you realized you would never be. They were with you when you shared your love with the world. And with you when she became your world. Your girls have never left you. They're still with you right now. But how well do you know them? You don't know much. Knowing your breasts can save your life.
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Throw that ball, Diane. Woo! You got this. Let's go ahead and take a look at the current weather conditions, followed by the forecast for the rest of the week. Both warm and cold fronts are approaching from the west, which means we might get a little bit more snow. Locally, there is a winter weather advisory for the St. Louis area in effect until 6 p.m. this evening. St. Charles, Maryland High, and St. Louis are all looking the same with temperatures in the mid-30s. O'Fallon and St. Peter's are both showing temperatures of 32 degrees. St. Charles residents can expect a little bit more snow and temperatures around 30 degrees. Thursday follows with some clouds and similar temperatures. For Friday, the thermometer will go up with 46 degrees and a low of 33. Saturday remains warm with partly cloudy skies and a high of 46 degrees. Sunday will be even warmer with clear skies and a high of 56 degrees and a low of 35. That's all for weather. Back to you, Caroline.
Sports fans are getting ready for one of the biggest events of the year, Super Bowl 54. WildHub.com says that at least 100 million people will be tuning in to the big game, and they won't necessarily be alone when they do. Statistics say up to 46% of fans will be attending some sort of Super Bowl party this year. The most popular food? The survey says hot wings, closely followed by pizza and nachos. And don't forget the beer. Almost 52 million cases are expected to be sold for Sunday. The Super Bowl is also considered by many to be the biggest advertising event of the year, with companies paying as much as $5.6 million for a 30-second spot. St. Louis, of course, always looks forward to the annual appearance of the legendary Budweiser, Clydesdales, and other companies like Frito-Lay Tray to put their most creative foot forward.
Wait, I can't touch this.
23% of viewers say the commercials are the best part of Super Bowl Sunday. Fox Sports expects to pick up over $400 million in ad revenue this year.
Speaking of the Super Bowl, let's go to Joey for a look at sports.
Thanks, Graham. The Blues edged the Flames in a shootout Tuesday. We'll take a look back as they gear up for another road game Friday against the Oilers.
You can achieve a lot using your imagination. I mean, I don't like to brag, but... Wait, who's that? And why is she all over these achievement awards? But with STEM, the sky's the limit. Shaboom! Use STEM to envision... Okay, I'm seeing it. Yeah! Invent...
Got any ideas?
I've got a few, actually. And create a better world.
Told you she's super smart.
If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at She Can STEM.
Because of you, I felt hopeless.
Because you said rude things about my work, I started to question my own voice.
I know it was a joke, but it still hurt me.
Because of your negative comments online, I've almost quit doing the one thing that makes me happiest in life.
Because you shared something about me that was private, I felt embarrassed.
Because you said hi to me on the first day of school, I felt included and I knew that I was going to be okay.
Because of you sharing your story with me, I feel comfortable sharing my own.
Because you were there when I was coming out, you helped me regain my confidence.
I'm still here today because of you.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
What's going on, everyone? The NFL's biggest game is just 4 days away. The Kansas City Chiefs and San Francisco 49ers are in Miami, ready for Super Bowl 54. San Francisco is making their 7th Super Bowl appearance. If the 49ers win, they will tie the New England Patriots and Pittsburgh Steelers for the most Super Bowl victories in NFL history with 6. The Chiefs are back in the big game for the first time in 50 years. With a win, they will end the second longest Lombardi Trophy drought among teams that have already won a Super Bowl. Super Bowl 54 MVP favorite Patrick Mahomes is staying humble yet confident the Chiefs will win.
It's first down.
Playing a great opponent, but we're going to try to win the game and, get one for Coach Reed, get one for Kansas City, and then get one for everybody.
Super Bowl 54 kicks off at 5:30 p.m. Central on Fox. The St. Louis Blues won a wild back-and-forth game in Calgary Tuesday night. Alexander Steen started the scoring for the Blues off an assist by Robert Thomas. However, the Note could not stop the Flames on the power play. St. Louis native Matthew Tkachuk scored the first power play goal, and Sean Monahan cashed in twice on the man advantage for the Flames. Zach Sanford tied the game up for the Blues early in the third period. Nobody scored in overtime, sending the game to a shootout. Ryan O'Reilly scores the game-winning goal, going between the legs of Flames goaltender Cam Talbot. The Blues pick up the second point with the 5-4 victory. St. Louis stays in Alberta to play the Edmonton Oilers on Friday night. Lindenwood men's and women's basketball continue their seasons with 2 home games this week. The men's team looks to break a 7-game losing streak following their most recent loss to the University of Illinois Springfield Prairie Stars 95-88. Meanwhile, the women's team is looking strong with a 10-6 record following their win over the Prairie Stars. Both teams hope to pick up wins against the McKendree Bearcats and University of Southern Indiana Eagles as they continue their season. The women's team starts at 5:30 p.m. on Thursday, with the men playing at 7:30 p.m. On Saturday, the women play at 1, while the men play at 3. That's all for sports today, guys. I hope you have a fun-filled Super Bowl Sunday.
The Super Bowl certainly is going to be a fun Sunday, but before then, a new donut shop opened its doors in St. Charles this week on South 5th Street. The Donut Experiment offers made-to-order donuts, and video journalist Dylan Ham is there to check it out.
This is called the Donut Experiment. My wife and I found it in Anna Maria Island, Florida in 2014 on vacation. We thought it would be something really cool to bring back to St. Charles, where we live here. We've lived in St. Charles County for 20 years now. So we went back there in 2016. That's where we got engaged. Said at that time we want to bring it back, but we should probably pay for our wedding first. So as soon as the wedding and honeymoon was over, that very next week, we contacted the franchisor and
started the ball rolling.
Bought it and started the ball rolling. The concept is a vanilla cake donut. So once it's made fresh to order right in front of you. Once it's out of the fryer, we can dip it in one of 6 different icings. 5 of them are consistent. One's a special icing that will change out either every other week or every month. Once it's dipped in the icing, we can dip it in over a dozen different toppings. Those will also change periodically. And then if you choose, you can get it drizzled as well. And we sell them in any quantity from 1 up to, we can cater weddings and office parties and stuff as well.
The place is charming.
Inventive.
Great artwork. They have a donut cup which honors our St. Louis Blues Stanley Cup winners this past year. So excited about that. The donuts are made, we watched the donuts being made. We got to order our donuts and they were custom decorated right here.
Deliciously fresh.
Deliciously fresh. Good coffee, a couple of choices. Price is very, very reasonable. A fun place to come. They're open 7 days a week. I think it's going to be a fun thing for St. Charles.
Thanks, Dylan. I'll definitely be checking that out. That's it for this edition of LUTV News. I'm Caroline Campbell.
And I'm Graham Tevis. Thanks for joining us.